StoneSkin is asking about IRD number on the live chat, and we actually did receive an IRD number question right here, so we'll cover that right now. So on Facebook, John Smithy asks, where do I get my IRD number in Auckland? All right, so Laura, do you want to get us started on this one?
Sure. So the easiest and quickest way to get an IRD number from anywhere in New Zealand is to do it online at the IRD website. And IRD stands for Inland Revenue Department, just so you know. So to do it online, there is an online application form, but you will need a few things in order to do that. First of all, you'll need your passport. You'll also need an Immigration New Zealand application number, which you can find on any email correspondence that you've had with Immigration New Zealand. For instance, if you've had the working holiday visa, and usually when you do get that approved, they'll send you an email, and on that email will be your application number. You'll also need a tax identification number from your home country, which we'll just quickly go over in a little bit, and you'll need a New Zealand bank account. So usually if you do it online, it only takes about 2 days for it to be processed, and you'll get your IRD number by email or by text. You usually can select where you would like to receive your IRD number. So the first thing to note is that with your bank account, it needs to be a fully functional bank account, and that's a New Zealand bank account, just to make that clear. So if you have just arrived in New Zealand and you haven't yet had chance to use your New Zealand bank account, then one thing you can do is when you set up your New Zealand bank account, you ask your banker to do a quick letter with a bank stamp on it to make it professional, just to say that this is a fully functioning bank account. If you just explain to him or her like what you need it for IRD to show that you have a fully functioning bank account, then that should be sorted for you. Alternatively, if you do have a few days to spare after you've opened your New Zealand bank account, you can just do a bit of shopping, just show that there has been some withdrawals to your New Zealand bank account and deposits and so on. Just a few little bit of basically activity on your New Zealand bank account to show that it is a fully functioning working bank account. Do you want to talk about the taxpayer identification number?
So you will need your taxpayer identification number from your country back home. So don't panic. It's just the same number that you usually use for tax back home. So that can be a national identity number. That can be a carte d'identité in French. That can be your social security number in the US and Canada. That can be your personal or tax number. It has plenty of different names, and that's basically the number that you're going to be needing to fill up your IRD form. Now, you can also do it on paper if you don't want to do it online. The name of the form is the IR742. That's I for India, R for Romeo, 742, and you can find that in any post shop all around Auckland. But because you do it by paper, it will take over 12 days to get done. So maybe you want to find a computer and do it online. Now, as per like the order, I can kind of know that you guys can get a little bit stressed about like how to get started and all of that. So you will basically need to get yourself a SIM card. That'll only take a few minutes. You go to a store like the warehouse, you go to a supermarket, and you'll find a SIM card. If you don't know which one to take, watch one of our previous videos. Once you have a SIM card, then you go open your bank account. Now, to open your bank account, you can need the proof of address. That means that you need to stay in the Auckland hostel and ask them for paperwork. Once you get your bank account number, then you can get your IRD number. And once that is done, then off you go. So the whole process, if you're actually well organized, if you watch our videos, and if you read all the guides that we give you in the description below, and if you watch all the videos that we're doing about that, it will take you about like 2 to 3 days to sort all of that out and have peace of mind for your whole trip. So it's not a dreadful, daunting task to do. I know a lot of you guys are very stressed about that. There is no need to be stressed about that whatsoever. Take a deep breath. It's just a bit of paperwork. It's actually rather easy. Nowadays, you can do everything online, so It's no stress at all. Now, I hope that this answered your question, John Smithy. I hope that this answered your question as well, StoneSkin, because that was basically about the same question. But This is how you get yourself an IRD number in New Zealand. This is basically how you get yourself sorted for a working holiday visa in absolutely no time at all. If you guys found that useful, give us a bit of a like, give us a subscribe as well. We're here every single week to answer your question. We also post video every single day with the most common question that we receive from people traveling around New Zealand, planning a working holiday, taking a honeymoon around the country, and even traveling with their kids and families by camper van all around the country. So like and subscribe.